we're back. It's Miss Tina.
And Miss Carrie.
And this is the Panel Box episode 2. We're going to do 10 minutes or less, as many questions as we can. We're just going to go for it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Could you guys help with coping skills? I think that coping skills are a topic that are worth their own video.
I agree.
So we'll do another one. We'll do one where we go more into detail. But I'll tell you this, as adolescents, developmentally, one of the best coping skills that you can have is controlling your daily habits. Y'all, number 1 would be rest. Getting enough sleep in a night will help you to balance emotionally. Sleep well. Be mindful of your food intakes. How much caffeine are you drinking? Are you drinking a bunch of sodas? If you're eating too much sugar messes with your emotions.
My kids, their therapist told them that a good coping skill for them was to go outside and throw little sticks at the trees. It helps with the aggression or the anger. Some kind of exercise. Breathing, I pray.
Those little squishy balls we throw at y'all sometimes.
Balls.
When I'm feeling too full emotionally, I will write, and that helps me to find balance. Now, there's also a difference between a coping skill and a crutch. So let's say I'm stressed out and I go smash a bag of gummy bears. That's not coping. That's a crutch. We'll do some more of that when we do a whole video on coping. That's a really, really good question. Why do people bully people? Because hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
I know that's a cliche, but it's true. Generally, people that are looking to forget their own issues, to establish some type of feeling of power, they want to get somebody else's attention, and they feel the best way to do that is to be stronger or funnier or prettier than other people. It's generally related to inadequacies of their own, or sometimes because they've been bullied and picked on so much. I don't think they think it's normal. It's a pattern of behavior that they know.
And it's not okay. But pray for that person.
Yeah.
Because as Miss Tina said, hurt people hurt people. They're hurting somewhere, somehow, some way in their own life. So pray for them. And then regardless, there should be a zero tolerance policy at every school. Tell somebody.
If it's cyberbullying, pray for them, tell somebody. But I'm gonna tell you this, get off the internet. Even if you don't completely log off, block those people. You don't have to stay in connection with those people. But anyway, why people do it is because they're hurting too. How do you say no to dad? If it's something that's reasonable, like if it's just a conversation and he's asking your opinion, then you just say no, and you say no respectfully.
Anytime you communicate, it should be done with respect.
If this is something that is wrong that your dad is asking you to do, then say no with support. As in, if your dad is asking you to do something that is hurtful to you or anyone else, let someone else know what's going on so that if he lashes out,
then someone else is aware.
Possibly another adult might be able to handle it. Now, if your dad is asking you to do something that he has every right to ask you,
teachers, you need to go wash the dishes.
You don't say no. You get up and go wash the doggone dishes. If he's asking you to do something, right? You don't say no to those things. Now, if you've got a reason, I feel, Dad, when you ask me to do whatever it is, I feel like blah, 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 blah. By letting them know how it makes you feel, that kind of puts them in a different position to respond to you differently. Being your dad gives him an authority. But if your dad is not walking in that authority and what he's asking you to do is wrong,
someone needs to know about it.
Somebody needs to know. How do I know if someone is fake?
First, you have to evaluate yourself. Am I triggered about something else? Is it something that I've already heard about this person? Then you have to evaluate them.
People lie, patterns don't. You want to look at their behavior not just with you, but with other people. If this particular person has a habit of running through friends quickly, gossiping about friends, taking people's boyfriends, something that a person does over and over and over again, it tends to tell the truth about a thing. People's patterns of behavior are what you need to watch, not always their words. If you see their behavior changing from group to group, you can only assume that it's changing when they're around you too. If a person will talk about a friend, they'll talk about a friend. If that's you, they'll talk about you too. Also, a relationship should be balanced. If you're saying that we're friends, but it's not a give and take, it's just kind of more of a take, something's not right.
If you realize that you're the one who takes more than you give, then you do something different. If you realize that you're the one who gives more, then you need to reevaluate the relationship. And it doesn't mean that you need to cut everything off. Put some boundaries in place.
If a person treats you differently around certain people, like when it's just you two, they're awesome, but you get around other people and they start to be different, they're fake. Like maybe you guys are friends at church. but at school, they don't really talk to you or they avoid you. Anything like that.
Then they're probably fake. Watch their patterns.
What a person is consistent about. How often their words and their actions meet up with you and with others. Pay attention to how your friends treat other people, and that'll give you some clues onto whether or not they're fake. Okay, I'm gonna call that a wrap. Girls, those are your questions. Panda Box episode 2. That's a wrap. We told you the truth about it.
Because the truth, girls.
And we'll be back with your next round of Panda Box questions. Have a good week.